Assalamualaikum. Hi, today I would like to teach you about how to answer the chemistry question that involve in salt. Sometimes you may feel difficult to answer for this topic because you need to memorize many things in order to score for this topic. Here in this video, I put some of my notes during my current SPM, and these formula are really helpful for me to score when answering for salt question. You may pause for this video in order to read the keywords and formula that I put here. But now, without wasting our time, I would like to discuss about the question that I choose from Mrsm question 2018. Here, let we start. Diagram 8.1 shows two methods of preparing salt in the laboratory. There are two methods, which is method 1 and method 2. If you refer from the notes, there are three methods for preparing salt, which is first, soluble salt for amna, second is soluble salt that is not for amna, and third is insoluble salt. So for this question, in method 2, it used two salt solution in order to form a precipitate, which is same method for preparing insoluble salt. For this question, we have to choose the method used for the example of the salt given. We know that method 2 is used for an insoluble salt. So for this, we know that barium sulfide is formed from the method 2 because it is an insoluble salt. For cuprum nitride and magnesium chloride, both are soluble salt, so it formed from method 1. Question 2 is, state the reactant for the preparation of salt in method 2. Point 1 is soluble barium salt. We can use barium nitrate or barium chloride. For point 2, soluble sulfate salt, which is we can use sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate or ammonium sulfate. Diagram 8.2 shows the graph of the height of precipitate against the volume of potassium iodide solution used to construct the ionic equation for the formation of lead-2 iodide through continuous variation method using 0.2 mole of dm cube potassium iodide solution and 5 cm cube of 0.1 mole dm cube salt P solution. For the first question, name the salt P solution. The answer is lead-2 nitrate. On diagram 8.2, determine first the number of mole of lead-2 ions and iodide ions that react completely in the reaction. Second, the simplest mole ratio of lead-2 ions to iodide ions in the reaction. Third is ionic equation for the reaction. For this type of question, for me, I prefer to construct a table because we can still be in a track and it's really look neat. So for number of mole of lead-2 ions, we must times 0.1 with 51000 and we get 0.0005 mole. For the number of mole of iodide ion, we must times 0.2 with 51000 and we get 0.001 mole. For this question, we must state for the statement, which is 0.005 mole of lead-2 ions react completely with 0.001 moles of iodide ion. So from this mole, we can get the ratio, which is 1 mole of lead-2 ions react with 2 mole of iodide ion. For the simplest ratio for this equation, for the lead-2 ion to the iodide ion is 1 to 2. For the ionic equation for this reaction is 1 molecule of lead 2 ions plus 2 molecule of iodide ion, and we get 1 molecule. For the ionic equation for this reaction is 1 mole of lead 2 ions plus 2 mole of iodide ion, and we get 1 mole of lead 2 iodide. Diagram 8.3 shows the reaction scheme of white solid W. Based on diagram 8.3, identify substance V, W, Y, and Z. V is a gas, which is carbon dioxide. Solid W is a zinc carbonate. Salt Y is a zinc nitrate, and solid Z is a zinc oxide. The last question, describe a chemical test to verify the cation and anion in solution Y. Solution Y is a zinc nitrate. So nitrate is an ion. So in order to identify the test to verify the cation and anion, I have give you the simple way to memorize this chemical test to verify the cation and anion. So you may refer the notes. So the answer is 4.1. Pour solution Y into 2 different test tubes. Point 2. Add drop by drop of ammonia solution until in excess and shake. Point 3. White precipitate is formed and dissolved in excess ammonia. Point 4. Add 2 cm³ dilute sulfuric acid followed by 2 cm³ iron 2 sulfate. Point 5. Add concentrated sulfuric slowly or slant the test tube carefully. Point 6 is a brown ring is formed.